welcome to Bello and Janetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. I am going to throw up a picture. Well, put up a picture. I don't want to throw it up. That would be painful. Anyway, I'm going to put up a picture and just a little bit of a beautiful donation that I received recently-ish from someone locally. As most of you probably know, there are lots of Facebook groups. That's the word I'm looking for. So wherever you are, there's some sort of Facebook group for donations, for selling, for buying, for all of the things, right? Well, anytime there's a military base near you, you can almost guarantee that there are going to be lots of things for sale, for giveaway all the time, because good, bad, or ugly, right? Military is a highly mobile population because they go from place to place to place, depending on where they're assigned. So there was a post in one of the Facebook groups for the area where I am, and it said they were giving away or selling, they were actually selling yarn because they were PCSing, which is what the military calls their moving based on their assignments, right? So there were 3 different boxes. She had all wool blends, and then acrylic. And these were the size of the boxes. It's a really nice box. It's from IKEA. And I messaged her and said, hey, if there's anything that you have left, I would love to have it. I'm going to be teaching crochet classes on base, and I would love to have something for the classes, because she didn't say that they were scraps, but 9 times out of 10 when somebody's getting rid of things that they have, some of it's going to be scraps. And she messaged me and she said, all I have left is acrylic. The other ones went really, really fast. And I was like, it's not a problem. I don't mind, because acrylic is better usually for learning because it doesn't stick. Like wool and blends will stick to each other if you're trying to frog it, right? We all know that. You have to be very, very careful. And someone who's a beginner isn't necessarily going to know that. They're going to be like, oh, I messed up, and right? And then it gets stuck, and then they have to cut it, and then they're frustrated, and they're like, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. So I was like, that would be perfect. And she was like, if you're going to be teaching classes, she was like, I also have some cotton that I could throw in, no extra charge. And I was like, oh, that'd be awesome, because cotton, again, one of those things that you can easily frog. And sometimes, depending on the cotton, it won't have a lot of memory. So when you frog it, it's not going to be all kinked up, right? Acrylic sometimes is good for that too. So anyway, I'm just going to show you a few of the yarns in the box, because when I took the picture, I just took it from the top. I didn't move anything. Pretty much everything on top is cotton. Some of it does not have ball bands. Some of it is scraps. So there's not a lot that I can tell you about the yarns. But the beautiful thing is, when I met her, because I screwed up and I was pulled into a meeting, didn't notify her, and she was waiting on me, and I felt very, very terrible. But I couldn't answer my phone while I was in the meeting, because that's rude, and it was with the principal and parents, and I was like, I can't answer this. It's not my children. It's not an emergency, right? So when I got out, I was like, I'm so sorry. If it's still available, I'll happily meet you. I'm so sorry. And she did. She still met me. And she was like, if you're going to use it for classes, just take it. Like, she used to teach knitting classes on base. So she said, I will just give it to you. Don't even worry about it. And I was like, Oh my God, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. So this was donated, and that was a blessing because there's so much in here. So there's like the top layer that you saw, and then there's like some yarns that are sticking up. So like, let me see, like this one, some of it's been used, but oh my goodness. Yep, it's definitely been used. But it was sticking up like this. So some of them are laying down like this, and some of them are sticking up like this. So there are a couple of layers of yarn in there. And like I said, the top is all cottons or cotton blends, but some of them, like this, they don't have labels, right? So, I mean, I know it's cotton, but I don't know if it's, you know, used or not used. I mean, I would assume not because it's pretty heavy for cotton. And there's 4 of these in here. So this would make great washcloths, face scrubbies, right? So good for practice. And then, of course, there's lots of acrylic, but some of them, like this, there's no ball band. Then there's like this one, there's no ball band. There's this bluish steely gray one, no ball band. But, you know, this will make, whoa, this would make a good ball for someone to practice with. And then there's this. This is actually really interesting because if I remember correctly, this kind of twist of yarn is supposed to be really, really good for crocheters, the Z twist yarn, because I know that so Universal Yarns came out with a Z twist yarn. This is Lion Brand, not Universal, obviously, but they did come out with one. And this is full. This hasn't been used at all. This is navy, and it is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 246 yards, 225 meters. So it's a full ball. So I could use this for 2, maybe 3 different people, right? And then there's this. Schackemeyer, Bravo. It doesn't look like it's been used either. So again, a couple of people for this. That would be great. There's some blue down here. This feels like Karen Simply Soft. So something on it. But no label. But you ball it up and it'll make a nice practice ball for someone. And then there's the color that shall not be named. No, there's some pink in here. So there's these. There's a chunky one. Lion Brand chunky. And then Red Heart Premier in pink. There's some pink cotton in here. Then there's some that's already balled up. So like this one's already like in cake form. So that's kind of cool. But there's so much in here. And I can't really tell you a lot about a lot of the yarns because they don't have labels. And that's okay because the way that she has boxed it is that it's acrylic and cotton. So I know that there's not anything that someone may have an allergy to. Ooh, there's a whole thing I haven't even really looked in this box, to be honest with you. There's a whole thing of Lily Sugar and Cream in, I have some of this actually, Pebble Beach Ombre. I have some of that. So that's a good one. Yep, there's some more of Z Twist yarn in the blue. There's one in white. There's all kinds of stuff in here, you guys. And then here's this. I don't know what country this is from. Looks like it's in German though. Ah, it is German. Color 17, Lisa Premier. Looks like it's a 408. 100% acrylic. It's pretty blue. And it's never been used. So lots of things. I can ball a lot of these up and use them for multiple people. And this will be great for classes, for projects. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm doing beginner classes, right? So learning how to crochet, but then I'm also doing classes for intermediate people. So they know how to crochet, but they may not know how to do a magic ring, or they may want help with a project, right? So this would be good if I bring it also for, I think my beginner classes are in February. And then I think towards the end of this month, we're going to start planning for March. So that means I'll be making maybe some summer items, like thinking ahead, right? Helping people make summer items. Because you always have to think a season ahead when you're making projects. So people in the summertime are usually going to be making Christmas items. So they get ready to like sell them or donate them or give them away or whatever it is, right? So, there may be a summer project, or we may make coasters or something like that. But it will teach them maybe how to do a magic ring if they don't know, or maybe we could even do something for like spring, Eastery time, or even Memorial Day, because that's in May. So, things that we could think of for projects, but I have lots of colors and big things of colors, so I can ball them up and say, okay, this will be X number of whatever for your project, right? So lots of things here, and I am very, very grateful to the lady who gave this to me. And that's all I have for you today, guys. Just quick sharing of kindness that was given to me, and it is very, very wonderful, and I'm honored, right, to have her be like, just fine, just take it, because you're gonna do things with it, right? I'm not using this for things that I'm gonna sell and make money off of. Like I said, I want people to learn and love the things like I love the things, right? Love the yarn, love the crochet, love the different kinds of hooks, even if they use it for knitting. I'm not against knitting, I just don't know how to do it yet. And I've always said that I'm not even going to try until my daughter's finished with school. So, because it takes time and patience, and I know from watching people knit and being around people that knit that it takes a long time to do. And I need to direct my patience in certain areas. So I don't want to have to expand patience and give it to lots of different things. I want to be like, okay, my patience is going to go here. And then I'll continue to crochet because it's something that I love. So I'm typically calm when I do it, or it calms me down. But learning something new like knitting that I know already takes a while to have something created, I'm just going to wait. Just going to wait. So with that, I will leave you. I hope that you're all well. I know that in the States, weather is crazy right now. Snow and storms and all kinds of stuff. So just be safe. And as always, be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!